Welcome to the Slam Jam Wrestling Show here on the Extreme Improv Xstreamed YouTube channel. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button, or so help me God, the Fiend will find you in your dreams. Now, on the show tonight, quite possibly, or possibly not, we have iPhone, as it says on the corner of the screen. How are you doing, iPhone?
That's right. Very good. I'm sad about my cousin, the iPod, being... given his,
given his life.
Notice.
Oh, his notice.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. As his best luck in your future endeavors, as Vince would say. Because the iPod has discontinued, David. I don't know if you... they stopped making iPods.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to discuss some wrestling tonight. We're going to... What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
The tiniest coffee you've ever seen.
It is the tiniest coffee. Right, so, obviously this week in the news we have had WrestleMania Backlash, we have had episodes of Monday Night Raw, NXT, we have had AEW Dynamite. Have you watched any of these shows this week, Corey?
All of them but NXT, because who watches NXT?
I know, it's a sad state of affairs. Who watches NXT nowadays? It's true. It's true. Okay, it's damn true. Now, let's start things off then, I guess, with breaking news. Breaking news. I'm just checking out some of the wrestling news websites. And
Please, let's hear it.
It says here, we can give your opinion on this before we reveal the answer. It says Tony Khan names the greatest AEW champion ever, or AEW World Champion ever. So, who do you think he is choosing of the 4 people that have ever been world champion as the greatest ever?
Who do you think his favorite is? Tony Khan.
Tony Khan names the greatest AEW world champion ever.
Oh, I just said it, David. Tony Khan. I think
Tony Khan
is going to name himself. Yeah, because he's a big mark. He's a mark for himself.
He definitely parades around naked with the belt on.
I think he would.
I would. So I don't begrudge him that. As soon as I got my replica NWA championship, that was the first thing I did.
Oh, that's good. That's good, David.
Good. Just mentally imagine that. Right. So, who do you think Tony Khan's going to name? The options obviously are Jericho, Moxley, Omega, or Hangman Adam Page.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with. I gotta say Jericho. Because he created the company basically.
Yeah. But, at the same time, what a slap in the face to Adam Page, the current champion. Is just well, I'm not the greatest ever. So...
Yeah. I mean, they haven't really booked him very well. I don't know if he's been keeping up with the product, but, oh boy.
Yeah. Okay, let's find out who he says. I predict he's going to say Kenny Omega. Right, let's see. So, AEW president, he thinks Adam Page is the best champion thus far. Oh my goodness. He spoke highly of Page during a recent interview with Wrestling. Let's see, and the quote is, "I believe the top prize in all of pro wrestling against the greatest champion we've had, Hangman Page. Wow, the guy who knocked off Kenny Omega has come in and he's had, in my opinion, the best championship reign of anybody."
How?
How?
Who is he a feud with?
Who's he feuded with? Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan, and that's it.
Wasn't Lance Archer in there for a hot second?
Yes, a hot second, a Texas Deathmatch second.
Yeah.
So, okay, what this actually reveals more to me, I'm just trying to share the show at the same time, is you hear a lot of quotes from Tony Khan, and it turns out you can't trust any of them, because he just wants to say everything now is the new best thing ever. I remember a few years ago, there was the quote where he said about Cody Rhodes and Goldust was one of the greatest tag teams of all time. And I was just how? That they barely tagged. Stardust and Goldust. And it was obviously a lie. But I saw Goldust was putting on Twitter being oh wow, this means so much that he remembers this. And it's it's just bullshit. It's bullshit. So, I wouldn't agree with that.
Stardust had some moves.
Who would you
Stardust
say?
had some.
You had Moose.
No, Stardust had some good moves.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a wrestler called Moose. Right? I thought you just said I just had some moose. Right? Okay. Just
because I'm Canadian, David, that's offensive.
Didn't even realize.
You and your spotted dick. All right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you have moose. I have spotted dick. I'll get that checked out one day. Now, who would you say is the greatest AEW World Champion of all time?
Me? Who would I say?
You? Wow, Corey, I don't remember that run.
No. I mean, I don't think we've had it yet. To be completely honest, I think Jericho did a great job, like opening the company up, because truly, I do believe that if he did not jump ship.
Wait, hang on. I just need to pick up. You said you don't think we've had it yet. So literally, of all of the ones that have been world champion, none of them are the greatest of all time.
No, not until AEW signs the greatest wrestler of all time. Say it with me, David.
The Boogeyman. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I would say of the ones that they've had. Now, fairness to Moxley, he was mostly almost entirely during the pandemic. So was Omega, just like I think he lost it in front of a live audience. I don't know, maybe he's right. Maybe it is Adam Page. He was like the one that's been actually in front of people other than Jericho. It's Jericho. It's Jericho. It is Jericho.
I think so, yeah. I mean, of those four options, we'll say Jericho, but I truly don't believe we've had it yet. I think there's still room to grow.
Well, next up is going to be CM Punk, obviously.
You think?
Yeah, well, like I think I said this last week. I don't think it's a choice of Tony Khan's. I think CM Punk decided this a while back. And again, Tony Khan, he likes to be a people pleaser, and you know, he just like if Punk says that he wants it, that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess Punk is one of the highest paid there, so he's kind of got clout.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
That's why Mr. Rose left. Did you see Dynamite last night though?
I've only seen bits of it. I didn't get a chance to watch it all live, just the beginning, and I've seen some clips.
MJF called out Cody Rhodes on it. It's great.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the things which I know some people don't like it, but it's one of the things I actually do like about AEW, that they feel like doing this kind of old Attitude Era, kind of calling out the other show. It feels a bit more real because, you know, like, ooh, like that's not part of the plan that the other ones, you know, are going to take. They don't. It's not like if you've got Roman and Brock in the ring, and Roman says something to Brock, and then Brock says something back. You know that they kind of know what each other were going to say. But cross promotion, you know that it's not planned. So it feels a bit more real that way.
Yeah, more of a shoot than a work. Some would say.
Well, yeah, if you want to use the vernacular, right? But let's have a look. Did you see? Did you see like the clip from after Dynamite where like Danhausen cursed CM Punk and then like Hook choked out CM Punk?
No.
Yeah, so this was literally just for the audience, and Punk was playing it up, so no one's going to get this footage. Joe, a person just walks behind you. They've got like a blue shirt on and a red backpack, and for a moment I swear I thought it was Supergirl. But anyway. What was I going to say? So yeah, so clearly this was just for the audience, to send them home happy kind of thing. But like there was a Taz mission on CM Punk from Hook.
It's called the Red Rum, David.
Yeah, same difference. Right.
How dare you?
Okay. Right. Did you see WrestleMania Backlash?
Yes, I saw WrestleMania Backlash.
Okay. What were your impressions?
I mean, obviously, best match tonight. Baron Corbin and Madcap Moss.
Well,
changed lives, changed opinions. A real slobber knocker, as JR likes to say. You know, a barn burner. A real, champions match.
Okay, right. Do you know what? There wasn't actually that many matches on it. I'm just bringing up the results here. There was only 6 matches.
Yeah, it was a quick, very digestible. It was almost as shorter than Raw, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so the results were Cody and Seth 2, the sequel. What did you make of that match?
I thought it was an unnecessary match. They did a great job of it. They're both talented in the ring, but they didn't need to do it. And I think they're going to do a third.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to do a third from Raw. Yeah. I don't know. I think they're in safe hands. Like, one of the risks with Cody coming in was that the audience could have just turned on him. And
yeah, I thought they would have. But I mean, I think it just goes to show, David, that WWE still has such a stranglehold on the market that a lot of people aren't even aware that watch WWE on a regular basis don't even know, or have only know whisperings of what AEW is. So they didn't know he was so disliked.
Yeah,
on that show, they're just like, oh, he's back. Like the prodigal son has returned.
Yeah. But also, I think Seth is a good opponent to prevent that happening, because obviously in the past the audience all turned on Seth, and even though they're over that now, the audience are over that now. I think that Seth is the right person to play the heel, so that the audience will be like, oh, we don't like you that much, Seth, so we will actually treat you as the heel. And having Cody there for that first match, they were going to cheer him perhaps anyway. But then, keeping him in that feud, it will just mean that enough time moves away from Cody Rhodes getting booed that they can perhaps just put him into the position that they want him in, which is to wrestle the Miz.
Yeah, there's a... Sorry to jump all around, but they did a preview for Money in the Bank during Backlash that seemed to indicate that the winner of Money in the Bank gets to main event WrestleMania, as opposed to the cash-in thing.
Is that correct, though? Because isn't it a case of the person that wins Money in the Bank could just choose to main event WrestleMania? So I wonder if people are just muddled up on what that meant.
Yeah, but Cody Rhodes was the one that made the announcement, and so it does sound like, 1, he's going to be in Money in the Bank, 2, he's going to win it, and 3, he's going to cash it in next year at WrestleMania.
Do you think they're leaving that a bit too long to have Cody cash in?
Well, he's still going to be feuding with Seth for literally though, David. There's a show coming to Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Where's that?
It's already being promoted.
there.
And it's being promoted that will be a match, Cody versus Seth. It's on the card already.
And when is that show?
September. So
that's ridiculous.
This feud doesn't end, bud.
But you know what? People say, WWE don't do long-term booking.
They do past expiry date booking.
Yeah. Okay, so next up we had Omos defeating Bobby Lashley by pinfall.
You know what? Sorry, I misspoke earlier. This was the match of the night.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean... MVP is doing his job, he's the heel manager. I don't know why they switched him from Bobby to Omos. I guess Vince is just like, all right, this guy's bigger. Let's push him.
Well, it's so Lashley was never a big speaker on the mic. He was never a big promo guy. Obviously, MVP is brilliant at it. But then I think he probably looks at Omos and it's like, well, if he's not going to be with AJ Styles, he is just like this giant tree that's just flailing around in the wind, and you need to put someone with him just to direct him.
Truly, yeah. So I mean, I understand the pairing, but it just I don't know, why not bring Omos in with Lashley and bring the Hurt business back together, because that was a solid stable.
Yeah.
No need to break it up. They just broke it up because they're like, what do we do next? I guess break them up.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. That would have been really good as a way to bring it back, and now they've got this game changer monster at the back. But
yeah,
cool. We also had Edge defeating AJ Styles by technical submission in 16 minutes 25 seconds.
Yeah, that was on the paper. Yeah, because the Rhea Ripley reveal at the end.
The review, yeah.
The review, yeah. I mean, it was they're both good in the ring. Edge from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a question, Corey. Do you feel more affinity to Edge because he's from your like hometown?
Legally, I have to, yes.
Right. Okay, so in a similar sense, I feel that affinity to AJ Styles, not because I'm from the same place as him, but he has the same birthday as me. No, he's the same birthday as me. So I'm like, I look to him and his success as like a validation for why I'm good in my life as well.
What about William Regal and Blackpool, England? Isn't that where you're from?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So, but
that was a solid match, and it was fun to have Rhea reveal at the end because it was kind of hinted at before with her heel turn and stuff like that, and it gives her a good direction. Honestly, I'm most excited for her in this whole faction.
Yeah, like I don't know what it will necessarily lead to for her. Is it going to lead to? Are they going to start taking titles in this faction, or what?
I believe they're going to start sucking blood. Is the idea?
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
But it can't be blood because they can't say that on the product.
No.
It says no.
So they have a brood bath instead.
Brood
Oh dear. Okay.
And they say we watch a kid show, David.
Do you know what? I think they should actually do like a first brood match. That would be quite good. Like, they should just advertise it and not tell anyone what it means. And everyone's like, so this is a first blood match. But literally just Gangrel runs out and he's like, no, I was the first member of the brood.
I win.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we had Ronda defeating Charlotte a month after WrestleMania. So not getting the WrestleMania moments that we thought she'd get. But now she is the SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Charlotte wanted some time off.
Yeah, like
that is.
Yeah, like a few months ago, there was the rumors that like Charlotte would leave and go to AEW with Andrade and Rick, but obviously Rick didn't end up there, so who knows?
I wonder why.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, Ronda likes the champion again now. Yeah. So there we go. There you have it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know who she can even feud with at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. So then, obviously, we had Madcap Moss defeating Happy Corbin. Shortest match of the show.
But the best, you know? It's not about quantity, it's about quality, David. And that was quality. Did you see Madcap Moss's suspenders? Those are great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like it's all you really need in terms of character development now.
Yeah, he doesn't need a character or any kind of gimmick. He got suspenders. That's all you need to know.
The final match, I think we spoke about this like last week, is that they changed the tag team championship match to being a 6-man tag, the Bloodline against Drew and RK Bro.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If they put on a good match, I think people will kind of forget. I mean, obviously not entirely, we're talking about now, but like it was a solid match. All those guys can work. And yeah, it sucks that there was no real stakes to the match. It was just kind of a whatever thing, but it was a fun time.
Well, do you know, I feel like by doing this match first, they could still follow it up with, and I think they probably will follow it up with the tag title match at a later date.
Yeah.
Or that they, like, because there were rumours a few days ago that they're going to bring in, like, a new World Championship, like, later on in the year. And it's like, you haven't even completely combined these two yet.
Yeah. That's like another... Are they just going to separate Roman's titles?
Well, yeah, exactly. Or it might be a new design, or like they may give it a different name entirely.
There's rumors that if Cody eventually does win, I don't know if it's going to be the Unified or the SmackDown or the Raw, or whatever, he's going to bring back the Eagle Head.
Well, I think he should, because obviously he brought back the Mr. Perfect Bret Hart era Intercontinental Championship years ago.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And like that'll get some some more goodwill from the fans.
Yeah. Okay, so let's have... So that was the pay-per-view. Was there anything else of particular interest that has come up in the last, like, couple of days from the shows? You saw the Dark Side of the Ring segment with Jericho narrating, like, about MJF and Punk and Wardlow.
Yeah, that was very funny. I mean, MJF is just working on a whole next level. He's great. he's great on the mic. His ring work is fine, you know. He doesn't need to be good. It's a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the whole that was such a fun segment. Like he always finds new ways to do like segments, because like the backstage, just talking to any kind of like backstage interviewer, it's pretty by the books usually, and he finds new ways to do it. Like he did the musical number with Jericho, which I don't know was stupid.
Yeah.
Not like getting any heat or anything like that, but it was fun. It was different. He did this one. Yeah, he's just a gold mine, a diamond ring of ideas.
Do you know, I think one of the things that's quite good in AEW is that they have like these funny segments. Like I remember, like before when they had like years ago now, they had that serious Cody segment about his training or whatever, and then they had like the Inner Circle, and that's when suddenly Virgil was introduced, and then on this one last night, Barry Horowitz is there, and I like these cameos that they do. They do things which you kind of get the sense that WWE wouldn't ever do.
Yeah, for sure. Like they're self-aware enough to, or like maybe not as they don't take themselves as seriously to not take the piss occasionally.
Yeah, absolutely. I
love. So I was just gonna say the Jericho Appreciation Society segment was just also dubbed fun. Like I don't know. I think I don't know if you consider yourself a comedian or a funny person at all, David. but that segment was genuinely, it's such a stupid angle that they're going for, like that they're sports entertainers and just calling it out. So
okay, so what happened on it? Because I don't think I saw it.
They just went out in the ring, and like Jericho is calling himself the Wizard now, and like last week he used a fireball on or maybe it was 2 weeks ago now, on what the hell's his name? Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
Like it's like one of those like old school WCW like fireball things.
Like the Flames, yeah.
Yeah. And like it's just so funny that he's just like going so hard with it, and like they just like the new wrestlers don't stand a chance against us sports entertainers. It's just a funny angle, a great use of all these guys. Yeah, Jericho's very good at elevating these newer talents.
Is he though? Like, is he? Like, the reason I say that is, like, so he was the leader of the Inner Circle for a good couple of years. And, like, Sammy is obviously... I felt like Sammy became, like, a known person throughout it, because before the Inner Circle, he was dressing as a panda. Like, true story, unless if anyone doesn't remember that.
I remember.
Yeah. And so now Sammy like was just about reaching like single star status, and then he got into a relationship and it all kind of changed. And but like Jake Hager, like that he's just like carrying that dead wood around with him.
He's the almost of the group, the
yeah. And then like literally the storyline with Santana and Ortiz has basically been like the truth of like they're kind of no ones, even though they've been with Jericho for like a couple of years.
Yeah, it was good that they finally did that turn and like had them go out on their own. Hopefully they get a good tag team run after they're done feuding with Jericho. But I see what you're saying though. He does definitely put himself in the forefront of these.
Well, okay, so in the Jericho Appreciation Society, who are the other members? So we've got Jake Hager.
Wish I could tell you.
I can't tell you a name. Can't tell you a single name, and that's the truth of it. Okay, so in the comments though, I did notice Dave Green So Dave Green offered to provide expert assistance. So Dave, do you know the other members of the Jericho Appreciation Society? Without
There were
Googling.
two NXT guys. I think like they were called 2.0 or something.
Oh, that's
like
right.
that.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but also
know.
I've just noticed Dave Green mentioned from what we said a few minutes ago. He said Michael Cole geography dictates that David and myself are just down the road from Blackpool. It's true. It's true. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, just like I'm in. You can't deny it. This is the most Toronto you can be, baby.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree. Okay, so hang on. What's that? No, it doesn't matter. Right, so let's have a look, see what else is going on in the world of professional wrestling. Oh, did you? If you saw Dynamite, you saw Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin and Darby's insane jump and landing on the chairs.
Yeah, that was wild. He's just a madman. I think he's just so young and, you know, just enthusiastic. He's the real blue chipper.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I felt like, gosh, they're just doing that on like a weekly show kind of thing. If that was like a highlight from Double or Nothing, I'd have been like, wow, but it's just like there's insane bumps every second week.
I mean, if he's willing to do it, why not? I mean, obviously the long-term effect is not going to be great, but I feel like it was mostly his idea, right? To have this, like, because I mean, Jeff versus Darby is like a dream match for a long time. Like, as soon as Darby Allin got introduced into AEW in the mainstream, people were like, oh, he's like a new Jeff Hardy. And the fact that they're both in the same promotion, you got this match. You're right that it's weird that it's on like weekly television. But that said, the alternative is doing like a Raw or SmackDown angle where they have the same, you know, run-of-the-mill match against like nobodies or against each other in like just a regular, you know, a regular rules match. So yeah. I think that AEW is constantly like their weekly shows are often better than the pay-per-views of, like, I mean, even case in point, like this past like Backlash, I feel like this Dynamite could rival like one of the, not the top four, but like one of the bigger pay-per-views of WWE.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I see that. Okay, let's think. What else has been going on? Anything else? Do you see all this? Kota Ibushi is like literally gone. He is like blitzing his relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yeah.
I don't follow New Japan that much, but I know that he's like their biggest star, or at least one of the biggest ones. And yeah, it's kind of crazy that he's decided to cut ties with them.
Yeah, well,
what are your thoughts?
He's put out tweets, and apparently I should like bring it up here. It says he's described them as cheater's gun. I don't know what that means, and harassing bosses and stuff like this. And let's just have a look. It says, I'll expose all the former cheaters' guns and the harassing bosses. The company's president lies to his unreasonable power and harassment this time, Ibushi tweeted. Get prepared for this. And then, like, the information coming out today is people are saying, like, well, you know, with you doing this, do you think you could ever go back? He's like, oh, I don't know if I could go back. It's like, well, obviously you don't want to go back if you've just, like, literally slated them. But he's also saying stuff about as if, like, there's stuff now coming up about as if the Yakuza could be involved, like the Japanese Mafia. It's like, why would you get yourself involved in this?
Yeah, truly. Maybe it's okay, Dave. Maybe it's not.
Well, this is what I said. Just imagine, with the Forbidden Door AEW crossover show coming up, imagine if, like, Tony Khan's like, oh, we've got someone, and, like, I'll do my best Tony Khan impression. Oh, we've got someone to fight, and it's just, like, ridiculous voice. But, to fight you, and it's the best one in the world, and suddenly Ibushi comes out. And it's like, oh my god, it's Ibushi to fight New Japan. He's defected.
And he's just been murdered by the Yakuza, so he just keeled over.
Well,
and revealed the door. That's I mean, that would be a big announcement from Tony, but he's got a lot of big announcements that are, you know, just nothing.
What has been your favourite bad announcement by Tony Khan?
I mean, I feel like probably the Christian Cage one. They really set him up for failure there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Christian also from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So just the fact that they really like screwed the pooch on that one, because like it's one of the biggest, Hall of Fame worthy, and it's like, yeah, all that stuff is true, but when you leave the door open, no pun intended, people, their imaginations go wild, like, oh, he signed, like John Cena, The Rock, like somebody huge, right?
Yeah.
And
then
Christian
it's just
is still
Christian.
very good, very talented. Yeah, exactly. He's very talented, but you can't do that. I feel like the next big announcement he's going to be like, and this is my lunch order.
Okay, so just picking up on Christian there for a second. As a fellow Canadian, right, so...
I do believe they should have censored his face on WWE television like this one.
Well, there you go. No, but I was going to say, so what is the deal with Christian? He left WWE and went to TNA. He left TNA and went to WWE. He made his return at the Royal Rumble like a year ago, and then left to AEW. Like, is this a Canadian thing, or just like what's going on?
He wanted to get his green card, so in order to keep his status as a citizen of the U.S., he had to get a job over there. He still works part-time at Tim Hortons here. I don't know if you're familiar with the franchise. It's a coffee shop here.
Okay, no, I'm not familiar.
They serve tea and biscuits, as you would call them, as well there.
What do you call them? Cookies?
Yeah, you tea bagging son of a... anyway, but yeah, I think that he just got a better offer and perhaps thought he would be working more in ring, and he did it for the first 3 weeks or so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So he was doing stuff, and he had like a feud with Paige, right?
Yeah,
he was going after the champion.
Yeah, and but he slipped like straight into the position after he defeated Kenny Omega for the Impact World Championship. Which, great, he was the first one to defeat Omega in a very long time. But then when he suddenly realised that he was just back in TNA. And as soon as he lost and didn't manage to capture the AEW World Championship, he just slipped straight into that Marco Stunt position as Jungle Boy's corner man.
He's about the same height, I think, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Dave Green, I forgot to check this. He did give the answer. Angelo Parker and Matt Maynard 2.0, Daniel Garcia, Jake Hager, and some other guy.
I've already forgotten all the names he said.
Yeah, so. Literally. I'll tell you something, it seems crazy now, but it took me genuinely about 4 years to learn which one was Matt and which one was Jeff. For like the first 4 years of the Hardys. Like when they were like 1998, 1999 Hardy Boys, and they were flowery. And then I'm sure it was about 2000, just before like we ended up having Matt version 1. I was just like, I'm still not sure which Hardy is which.
Is there, no disrespect, is there something wrong with your vision or your brain? What's happening?
Absolutely. Well, they'd dye their hair. They'd both dye their hair. They both dressed interchangeably. They'd flip and flop
they're
around.
Different sizes.
They weren't back in the day. Different sizes. Like, who pays that much attention to that?
I know the size of their, as you call them, pants.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I still can't tell the difference between the Young Bucks, to be fair.
That took me a little while as well. That took me a little while.
Yeah.
And same with, like, the Major Brothers, whatever they were, when they were both, like, knock-off Edge.
I didn't realize the Basham brothers. This is a weird throwback to mid-2000s, but they weren't actually brothers.
Yeah. Well, there's a load of wrestling families that aren't actually families, like
I know that.
Like Undertaker and Kane. No,
Yeah,
but I was just saying,
brothers,
it's interesting which ones. Like, one of them that, like, surprised me when I found out was, like, the Andersons. I don't believe any of them are related to each other. Like, Gene Anderson, Ollie Anderson, Arn Anderson. None of them are actually related.
Is Brock Anderson Arn Anderson's real son?
I don't think so.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Yes. Imagine that, breaking news. Well, he's the only one where we can kind of guarantee it because, like, he's like 21, yet he looks like he's 45. He looks like he is Arn Anderson from like the end of his WCW run. Capelthave in the comments says, Hardy's cargo pants were awesome. Bring 'em back, Cap. Bring 'em back.
Wait, do you guys have pants made of cargo where you are?
Yeah,
Underwear?
like cargo
Okay.
warehouses. Yeah, absolutely. You know.
Warehousers? You call them warehouses?
No, we don't. Yeah, I'm going to start as a thing. Oh, I should just let you think it's like, yeah, in the UK, they call these warehouses. You know, but not quite, not quite. Okay, so Corey, look, let's do something fun and stupid because I feel like there is not anything meaningful in terms of wrestling news outside of the Yakuza going after like top Japanese world champions. So let's have a look here. Okay, I'm going to completely wing this here. I am going to tell you. It's like a little bit of a guessing game here. I'm going to tell you some facts about a wrestler, and you have to guess who the wrestler is. And the way I'm going to decide which wrestler I'm talking about is based on whoever I see on Twitter first. So if someone's posted a photo, or if someone's done a tweet. Okay, so for this first wrestler, they famously don't drink.
CM Punk.
Is correct answer. Is the correct answer. Okay, let's go on to another one. And for the next wrestler, okay, they wrestled Kenny Omega last year. Is the first clue?
Christian.
No. Okay, they failed to win the AAA World Championship from Kenny Omega last year. Okay, I'll keep going. Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
They are dating a WWE diva, or women's wrestler, I should say nowadays. Okay, I'll keep going. They, on a video that was released in the last year, suplexed a Hall of Famer into a swimming pool. Okay, I'll keep going. When they do promos, they are hard to understand.
Luchasaurus.
No,
Yeah,
not quite. Okay. They wear a mask as they walk into the ring, but not during their matches.
Oh, Andrade El Idolo.
Yes, absolutely, Andrade.
What a weird, that's the least remarkable thing about him.
Yep. Okay, so for the next one, well, some of these are quite obvious. Let's just see. Okay, I've got a good one here. So, they have wrestled most recently in Impact Wrestling, but they are known for their time in WWE and ECW as well. And now I'm on my own.
Hello.
I know you're back. Okay.
So, could you repeat that?
Yes. So they wrestled most recently in Impact Wrestling, but they are known from their time in WWE and ECW as well.
Rhino.
No. Okay. They once famously said the phrase in their career, "Thank you, sir, may I have another?"
Is it the scene from the movie, Please Sir, can I have some more?
Please, sir, can I have some more Oliver Twist? No. Okay, but the next twist to our tale...
Wait, David.
Yeah?
Wait. Were you in that film? Was that you as a young boy?
That was me as a young boy, yeah.
I knew it! Oliver Twist!
Yeah, basically, I am Oliver Twist. So, okay, final clue for this one. They are known as the innovator of violence.
Tommy Dreamer.
There you go. Right, now I'm going to ask... now, in fact, Corey, screw this. You challenge me on one. I'm
Okay.
having to make this shit up too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. He
Is it the
hails
Boogeyman?
From, no,
Oh.
he hails from San Diego.
Next clue.
Actually, I think I'm wrong about that. Okay, he hails from El Paso, Texas.
El Paso, Texas. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
He's well known for having 3 friends.
3 friends.
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
Wait,
Wait, so he's one of the 4 horsemen?
No.
Okay.
He's known also for his time in WCW, ECW, and WWE.
Okay, so who's from El Paso? It's... I don't know. Keep going.
He famously has a mullet.
A mullet.
Or had a mullet. And then he dyed his hair for a bit.
Then he dyed his hair?
Yeah. Like frosted tips.
Is it Eddie Guerrero?
You got it, baby.
Oh, okay. Joe, I couldn't remember if he was actually from El Paso, and I was like, so who's his 3 friends, the 3 amigos?
That's it.
Ah, damn it. Okay, good one. Okay, so, I'll do one more, and then you do one more, and then we'll move on to something else, and then we'll wrap this shizzle up. Right, so, for the next one, let's see who we've got here. Okay, so, this wrestler is no longer alive. You don't know yet? This wrestler, okay, has main evented WrestleMania.
Okay.
This wrestler famously would wear sunglasses.
Roddy Piper?
No.
Roddy Piper?
No. When did Roddy Piper famously wear...
Ronda
Do you mean in the movie They Live? With the
That's
sunglasses?
exactly what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. This wrestler was a former WCW World Heavyweight Champion. This wrestler's final ever match was in TNA Wrestling.
Ric Flair?
No. What? He's still alive. Right.
Is he? Sorry, I think no, dinner order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good enough?
Yeah, one more.
Okay. This wrestler is known to promote meat products.
Donald Trump? Donald Trump steaks?
Donald Trump's face is his meat product. No, okay, do you not know? Shall I tell you, or do you want one more clue?
Sure, one more clue if you think it'll help.
Okay. This wrestler was known for a catchphrase which would have an affirmative word in it.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
No.
No.
Oh, no, I see what you went for there. I'll tell you. Ooh, yeah, it was the Macho Man. The Macho Man. Okay, Corey, give me one. And then...
Okay, this wrestler is billed at over 300 pounds.
Is it Hardcore Holly?
No.
Okay.
This wrestler is known for his kicks.
Kicks. Okay, keep going.
This wrestler hails from parts unknown.
Parts Unknown. Who came from Parts Unknown? The Ultimate Warrior came from Parts Unknown. Yeah, keep going. I have no idea.
All right, he has tattoos.
Oh, wait. Is it Malachi Black?
No.
Oh, who comes from Parts Unknown? Who's like a weird character that would come from Parts Unknown? Okay, keep going.
He sometimes will
Oh, is
wear
it the
a cape.
Boogeyman? I
No.
was going to say, he didn't do
He
Kick.
comes from the bottomless pit. The bottomless pit.
My
David,
bad,
come on.
my bad, my bad. Okay. I need another clue, Corey. I've got nothing here.
Okay. He's got black hair with a little bit of red, I believe, in it.
The Red Rooster?
No, I wish.
No, I've got no idea. Black hair with a little bit of red in it. Comes from parts unknown. That's the thing that's throwing me off.
He wears face paint.
He wears face... Do you know what? This is not solving this for me. This is obviously so very obvious. Wait, face paint, parts unknown. That's the Ultimate Warrior.
And also...
Okay, you've beaten me. Who is it?
Wait, I'll give you one last clue. He uses teeth.
He uses teeth.
Yeah.
Well, the Boogeyman ate Gillian Hall's, like, face wart.
Yeah.
Okay. Uses teeth. Oh, is... What? Wait. Where does Danhausen come from?
That's it.
Is it? Do they bill him from parts unknown? I've never paid attention to that.
Yeah. Yeah, last night.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
They billed him as over 300 pounds.
300 pounds, yeah. Amazing.
It was a very Orange Cassidy.
Oh, because he made his in-ring debut, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
How was
And
it?
he was handily defeated by the premier athlete, Anthony Nice.
Yeah. Wow. There you go. So, Corey, we can begin to wrap things up. I'm going to find a latest quote from the Iron Sheik.
I'd love that.
Yeah, just because I feel like we need to...
Kiki.
We just need to like make sure that we've got like everything, all of our things covered here. And he says, "F the Thursday vibes." And let's see. That one's just a bit too serious. Let's see what anything else. That one's just a bit too serious. Oh my god, what are these quotes from the Iron Sheik today? It's like, well, if she was just 17, what? We're not going to read this out on this comedy show.
Boy.
Right.
That's a Beatles lyric, David. He's quoting the Beatles.
Is it? Okay.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, as the Beatles once said. So,
yeah.
Right, on that note, Corey, we will begin to wrap things up here. What are you excited about in the world of professional wrestling in the coming days? As a recommendation.
In the coming days?
Yeah.
You know what? I can't wait to see what the follow-up angle between Baron Corbin and Madcap Moss is going to be. Will he get new theme music, or is he going to stick with the music that starts with joke, joke, joke? Because that's currently how Madcap Moss's theme tune begins, which is, that's just a chef's kiss by, I'm sure, Vince McMahon. Besides that, let's see where the Owen Hart tournament goes. It's pretty exciting for in both of the different leagues, the men's and the women's. So yeah.
Okay, so also just quickly on that, they showed like a photo of the Owen Hart side of that family were at Dynamite last night. Like, so first of all, Oj looks exactly like Owen. Like, he looks identical to his dad. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, from everything that's ever been said, he has absolutely zero interest. I'm sure his mum would never have allowed it for him to get in the wrestling business.
Yeah.
But, who knows? Who knows? Like, he didn't look out of shape. So...
No. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they are doing everything right in this competition. I didn't love that they kept cutting to Martha Hart in the audience. It just seemed a little bit exploitive to me. But I mean, they are supporting his foundation, so that's very nice. And Jericho has gone on record saying that they have her blessing to do this and the family's blessing. So yeah, it's good overall. Net positive, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm really pleased. I haven't got it on tonight, but they released the new Owen Hart T-shirt, and I've got that, and he's going to be it's not. I don't see it as exploitative because you can still go and get Andre the Giant figures and stuff like this. But I'm just pleased that there is new stuff like of Owen Hart for fans. And like it's so weird. I'm going to tell you this story. Well, it's not even an interesting story, but it just amazed me the other day. I had this Owen Hart shirt on when I was teaching. I teach drama at a weekend, and like this kid who was probably about 10 or something, and I just got like my jacket like this, and just a little bit there. It's like, are you wearing an Owen Hart shirt? And I was just like, how do you know who Owen Hart is? I was like, do you watch AEW? He's like, not really. I was like, well, how the hell do you know who Owen Hart is? But yeah, there you go. People's memories wouldn't live on if people don't do things to keep their memories going. So
yeah, I believe that was the whole premise of a Disney film once.
What?
There's a, I forget the title. Look, my brain is
the
broken.
Owen Hart Disney film.
Yeah, the Owen Hart Disney film.
Yeah, absolutely.
So your memory stays alive until everybody you know dies. It's a nice fact to leave on.
Well, do you know what? Like, absolutely. So, you know, whereas there are some people that, like, sort of stay immortal, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, on that heartwarming note, we will begin to wrap things up here. Corey, where can the people find you?
Here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, home of Trish Stratus, Edge, Christian, Val, Venus, but not importantly, All We Can Ego Page. He's from Niagara Falls. Get out of here.
Okay. My name is David Pisansky, and I come from Blackpool, it would seem. The same place as Stu Bennett, otherwise known as Wade Barrett, and William Regal, otherwise known as Stephen William Regal, and the Dynamite Kid, aka Tom Billington, and Roddy Piper, who is also Canadian, but anyone from the UK is from my hometown of Blackpool. So there you go. There you go. Do you know? Okay, so Corey, I don't know if I may have said this to you before. This is the last thought I will leave you with, right? So this isn't about like Canadians, but like Roddy Piper is an example of it. But it was pointed out to me a few years ago by myself. But like all of the most famous Scottish people in the world weren't actually Scottish. Now, I don't mean this to be controversial to Scottish people, but I was like, Roddy Piper. Like, I'd watch him growing up, and it's like, wow, that's how you do a Scottish accent. And it's like, obviously, he wasn't Scottish. Groundskeeper Willie wasn't actually Scottish. Braveheart, it was Mel Gibson, who's Australian. And I was just like, there's a conspiracy here.
Yeah, you're forgetting the most famous one, the Loch Ness Monster, who is for sure Scottish, David. So.
Well, yeah, can't. Well, in fact, we bring it back to wrestling. Loch Ness was Giant Haystacks, who I believe is actually just English.
Yeah, Mr. Haystacks.
It continues. Right, on that note, we're going to wrap